What's going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update, and we have the XRP Price Chart. China announced over 3,549 blockchain patents in the first half of 2019, which was over half of the world total. Wow. You know who else was a massive group that has tons of patents compared to most banks? Bank of America, RippleNet. Also on the RippleNet committee years ago, and has a neighboring office with Ripple's HQ in San Francisco. This white one is in fact Bitcoin from 2017, and Ethereum is the blue. And what do we see? Ethereum is coming down and dipping almost simultaneously at the same time that Bitcoin did in fact dip in 2017. What does this mean? Well, Kevin believes that we see a beautiful uptrend for most of the market and the altcoins. What's going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update, and we have the XRP price chart up, and I have highlighted boxes from September 1st up until December 1st, historically when Ripple's annual event SWELL occurred and what happens next. In 2017, we had a massive pump shortly after SWELL, and then of course it took us all the way up to almost $4 the first time ever. Now, on this chart on Bitfinex, it only shows a top of about $3.29 on the highest exchange, and you can find this also on coinpaprika.com. Rather than CoinMarketCap, you can see $3.84. 2018, essentially a pump and dump and just kind of trending sideways. 2019, really just a downtrend. 2020 caught a nice pump, then the SEC news, and then another pump yet again. So now 2021, Ripple's annual event, which will be virtual just like last year, will be on November 9th, and you can learn more here. Curious on people's expectations for price for XRP and the whole digital asset space going forward. The first Ripple Swell event ever was, in fact, in 2017. Remember, Swift's annual event is called Sibos, and they send over $5 trillion per day. So the first 2017 event that Ripple ever held was October 16th to the 18th. Funny enough, featured keynote speakers included Ben Bernanke, the former chair of the Federal Reserve, with Sir Tim Berners-Lee, early internet guru and the inventor of the World Wide Web. Reminds me of Interledger Protocol as well. And Don Tapscott, that's a tongue twister, the co-author of the book Blockchain Revolution, was also featured as a speaker. So 2017 Swell was October. The 2018 Swell was October 1st to the 2nd. And I highly recommend going back to the Swell participants list and look at some of the caliber of banks or even central banks that were also at this annual event. The RippleNet committee is alive and well. Some of the largest banks in the world, MUFG, Bank of America, even years ago, which is of course is now a named partner, Standard Chartered, Banco Santander, Siam Commercial Bank out of Thailand, American Express, and SBI. They all met at headquarters in order to discuss the rules that govern RippleNet, our global payments network, ensuring standardization across the network as it scales rapidly. We also have 2019 Ripple Swell, and this was in Singapore, November 7th to the 8th. And Dr. Rajan was there, the former governor of the Reserve Bank of India, along with Bcash, which has made a lot of developments this year, along with Swell 2020, which was October 14th to October 15th. This is the first Swell that was held virtually due to the C word. We can take a look at some of the speakers on swell.ripple.com. You can see a managing director over at RippleNet Europe, gentleman from Instarem, Asimo, RippleNet Partners. We have that new RippleNet partner right here, that PYYPL. I'm not sure if it's pronounced People or Pipel, blockchain-based financial institution. Wow, we have the CEO of FTX, has one of the highest net worths in all of cryptocurrency, over $20 billion plus in terms of a net worth for their crypto derivatives exchange. His net worth is 10 times larger than Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase. David Schwartz, of course, Ashish Burla. And we have Brian right here, the former commissioner of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC. Very fitting. CEO from BitPay. We also have CEO of CoinMe. James Wallace, of course, the VP of Central Banks Engagement. And I also think I found a typo. So we have the Deputy Governor of the Royal Monetary Authority of Bhutan. And it's BHUTAN, I believe. And that's a country in South Asia. You can click on their profiles, check out their LinkedIn, look at their background, see their details, hear about them, read their bio. Highly recommend it. So feel free to look at this one more time and curious what the rest of the market does next. Please remember that XRP, along with a few other assets that are well below their retracements from their all-time high price, it hasn't even broken through its all-time high price, still fighting through these retracements. Which assets have created an all-time high? Well, I have 50 plus assets. I mean, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they've all made it to those higher levels. Is it that outlandish to think that XRP is a laggard in this market? I know my thoughts. Next up, we have shared by Roth Economy, Dots for Later. Ripple partnered with the African cross-border Waya in Ghana for African payments. And Waya also lists Interpay as a partner. Now, Coil, remember web monetization, the streaming of micropayments, did in fact demo an ILP interledger protocol payment using Interpay back in 2019. This gentleman is one of the best researchers. We can see right here this former Ripple employee, Vanessa, noting the Interpay ILP payment string right here back in 2019. Interpay's background acquired in 2018. So nothing definitive, nothing crazy, but just kind of showing a few other connections he has seen in the past, making inroads to Africa. Always a fan of Roth Economy and always appreciate his insight. So remember, this is from 2020. Ghana's Waya Money has seemingly teamed up with Ripple to bring instant cross-border settlements to millions of Africans in 3 countries. And also, another group to watch is the Stellar Development Foundation, making inroads into Africa. I was just sharing this on Twitter and I saw Crypto Whale also did share it. So what a strange world, aka simulation. We can see the total global crypto market cap is over $2.5 trillion. And these are the biggest gainers. I'm not even going to say it out loud. I think you guys can see it. Absolutely insane. And why I wanted to talk about SWELL today is even digital asset investor noticing this. Has anyone noticed that Ripple the company was quiet as a mouse until the last couple of weeks and now they're on stage everywhere? And I feel like we see this each and every year, so very, very curious if they're just kind of coming out of the woodworks and starting to talk about some big announcements. We also have Raul of Real Vision Finance showing this. The Ethereum 2021 versus the Bitcoin 2017 parallel continues its weird wizardry. Let's check this out. This white one is in fact Bitcoin from 2017 and Ethereum is the blue. And what do we see? Ethereum is coming down and dipping almost simultaneously at the same time that Bitcoin did in fact dip in 2017. What does this mean? Well, Kevin believes that we see a beautiful uptrend for most of the market and the altcoins. But looking at Bitcoin dominance, I am expecting a hell of a nice run. That is not financial advice. Please decide for yourselves and be accountable for your own decisions. But yes, I do believe this occurs. And also watching Santiago Velez, one of the smartest guys in this space, talking about the proof of work correlations and expecting the same thing for Monero, Ravencoin, a variety of other assets that I'm watching. From 2017 to 2018, I mean, we're talking $100 billion market cap going up 25x to today, and people were still calling for zero each and every day, and they were wrong each and every time, just like those that said Bitcoin was going to zero back in 2013, 2015, time and time again. I don't care about being right for the sake of being right. I only care about being right if it's going to make me money. And in a few years' time, even when the crypto market is at a $10 trillion plus valuation or $50 trillion plus valuation, people are still going to be saying, we're going to zero, we're going to crash, we're going to crash. But the idea is that I am beyond happy with my entries from the past several years. Stagger profits out, rebalance the portfolio, and be sitting comfy. Far more money has been lost by investors trying to anticipate corrections than lost in the corrections themselves. Now, how do I hedge against this? Well, first off, I have long-term exposure. So if the market just keeps going, I'm good. I will be in profit. Also hedged because I have a cash position to buy any crashes, and it is the hardest thing. I know people ask me, how the hell do you keep cash on the sidelines when the market is pumping, when you're just so tempted to buy it? I am. You have to be the definition of driven in this space. So this is the quote. This quote is the reason that I have long-term holds, I have short-term holds solely for swing trading as explained in yesterday's video, and then a cash position, and I dance between all of these. If one gets very, very large and also my long-term holds equates to 60% of my portfolio, I'm going to be rebalancing a bit of that. And vice versa. And I know it may seem silly, but this is how I get a win out of any situation, whether the bull or bearish case. If the markets crash, I'm able to get better fiat buys, better entries than ever before, and stagger my DCAing as it's in my buy zone under my retracements. If it's well above my retracements into the extensions, I don't buy it. I wait, even if it takes months and months and months to get back down there. If it pumps, I'm going to be rebalancing my portfolio, staggering profits out through those retracements, through those higher extensions, and then dance again. Yeah, and I was talking about this. Bulls and bears are both usually right. All I care about is being profitable. I've had losses, I've had wins, but I'm always learning. Next up, guys, API3 has announced a new partner, and I'm going to be watching this guy because I think it's going under a lot of people's radar. API3 is pleased to announce a partnership with Kudos, a decentralized cloud computing network and L2 solution. Developers on the Kudos network will be able to natively leverage API3's data providers via AirNode-enabled APIs and DAPIs, these decentralized APIs or data feeds. Now, what's the big deal about this? Well, check out the Medium article if you can. Now remember, API3 is backed by some of the biggest organizations in the world, and they're not talking about it. It's very, very under the rug right now. And that's why I'm watching it. I bought Chainlink at $1.60 back in the day. Not a whole bunch. I was buying it at $4, $7, etc. And after massive pumps, I typically reallocate profits into charts I can clearly see. And this is an asset that I am rather fond of. And I don't think it's a threat to Link by any means. I think it's doing a different type of Oracle solution. And I think it's just solving the Oracle problem in a different way. There's a variety of assets that do things differently, and we want that in this space. So why am I so bullish on API3? Well, here's another example besides the announcement with Bitcoin in El Salvador and all that other stuff. Well, Kudos is going to be computing at scale and enabling scaling of computing resources to hundreds of thousands of nodes. Once bridged onto Ethereum, Algorand, Polkadot, which is another sleeper, Cosmos, don't even get me started on Atom, and Kudos, this solution with API3 will enable scalable computation and layer 2 oracles on all of the bridged blockchains. I like assets when price is doing nothing and they're boring and nobody believes in them. People were buying SHIB last August, very few people, and that one guy, I don't know if it was a giant pump and dump orchestration by the wealthiest people, but $8,000 turned into $5 billion plus? That's insane. And I know that may be just on paper. Even if you're able to get 20% of that and extract 20% of $5 billion out of the market, that is insane. Staking assets still for 40% APY to this day that auto compounds each and every week. The opportunity only lasts so long. In other news, shared by Decrypt, Coinbase returns to #1 in the Apple US App Store. What's new? We also see shared by Wharton Business School to accept tuition payments in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wow, so students who sign up for an online Wharton course called Economics of Blockchain and Digital Assets have the option to pay in Bitcoin or Ethereum. This gentleman, CobbleDev, right here, Twitter is implementing NFTs. Coinbase is building an NFT marketplace, and a lot of other groups are too. Facebook is all in on the metaverse. GameStop building NFT marketplaces. Nike working on NFT verification of shoes. The Warner Brothers looking to release music NFTs. Heck, I am bullish. And what else? Steam is trying to ban NFTs. That's not going to end well. And thank you to Binance, the OG exchange. They're going to be supporting the Songbird airdrop program for XRP holders. Binance US, please get your stuff together. I had some XRP on that platform. Of course, I did self-custody, so I'm good. But I had some XRP on Binance Binance US, and I need some Songbird, please. We have the Wolf of Wall Street with over 600,000 followers. Whether you love or hate the guy, I would love to interview him and just talk cryptocurrency. And we can see, I'm a large holder of XRP, 6 figures. My TV guy thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. Think it's going to $10,000. I hope he's right, but I'll settle for $10. Crazy, I'm going to retweet this again. As we know, shared by Bank XRP, one of the best YouTube channels out there. Please go follow his YouTube channel if you guys want true research, true videos of all the employees discussing events, etc. This is the guy to subscribe to. So Ripple, we have created a private version of the XRP ledger, the XRPL, which allows banks to issue central bank digital currencies and manage them. We see XRP to act as a bridge currency to allow interoperability and liquidity across these digital assets and fiat. Not just digital assets, but fiat as well. Wow. Highly recommend this. This is at Token 2049 in London. And it's about a 48-second clip. You get the gist. And he has the whole YouTube video right below. And Cindy Young, she's also going to be speaking at Ripple's annual event, SWELL. And this is on October 12th, 2021. So the private version is coming. And yes, guys, remember, David Schwartz has completely smashed the FUD every single time. Private XRP and public XRP is still the same XRP. Also, Anders L, guys, China announced over 3,549 blockchain patents in the first half of 2019, which was over half of the world total. Wow. You know who else was a massive group that has tons of patents compared to most banks? Bank of America, RippleNet. Also on the RippleNet committee years ago, and has a neighboring office with Ripple's HQ in San Francisco. We can also see Voyager Digital has entered into a 5-year partnership with the NBA's Dallas Mavericks, becoming the first crypto brokerage and international partner. Go Mark Cuban. And now this is huge, guys, and we'll finish up with this. So Craig Dewitt, this is product over at Ripple, great guy, Stanford, Berkeley, etc., Payburner, all kinds of cool projects. And he goes on to say, I don't remember Money 2020, their events, being such a crypto-focused conference. Typically, it was about payments. And folks are starting to think about using crypto for payments. Might be a good idea. It's happening. And I know that, we've looked like idiots for several years at this point, and I'm sure the Ripple team was like, oh boy, these dinosaurs are so far behind. But now, thanks to the rise of Bitcoin, the rise of altcoins, yes, meme coins even, that may be silly and put a bad reputation on the space, in reality, all of that bad publicity is sometimes good, because it'll lead to greater attention, greater hype, greater energy and interest into this cryptocurrency space, and ideally will lead to the utility of these assets. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Links are in the video description, and until next time.